down, everything is done with authority.
It's a single-game return to Dallas as the Mavericks look for a boost from their hometown crowd. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Well, there's no doubt they played well enough to win that game. It truly could have gone either way, Clark.
Well, the lesson in this one is you can't just play well.
Marion dishes to Nowitzki. Harden grabs the miss.
Well, you know, prior to last season, there were several teams that considered trading for James Harden. There was a question, though, over how much they were prepared to give up. And some questions, he could be the first option on the team. That question's been answered.
Pulls it up. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And here is Ellis. Ellis off a pick from D'Alembert. Out to Marion. Back to Ellis. There's the dish to Calderon. Marion outside. Pocket 6. The drive by Ellis. Pass to Calderon. Launches a three. The Rockets pull it in. And the season before last, Harden won Sixth Man of the Year. But guys, do you think that because Harden came off the bench in Oklahoma City, that some underestimated his talent?
Well, I don't think anybody underestimated his talent. I think it was pretty apparent what he could do. But, you know, scouts have watched him ever since his Arizona State days. You could see he had star potential, and now he's getting the opportunity in Houston to fulfill that.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin McHale had a few moments for me. And, of course, he said a big key for them will be trying to minimize Monte Ellis' impact offensively. He added he's one of the best in the league at blowing by his defender and finishing at the rim. We've got to force him left, and then at the other end, make sure we go at him defensively and see that he expends some energy there as well. Kevin, defense not Ellis' strong suit seems like a smart plan.
Thank you, Doris.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early. This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
For Houston, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Harden kicks to Parsons. Beverly. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And back to the Mavs. Definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge, you know, Steve, with your fan base.
You know, Kevin, I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp-looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision-makers in the Mavs organization pick some of the let's say the more clean-looking new uniform suggestions.
Now here's Ellis, averaging 19 points per contest. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws.
Well, Monte Ellis has never been short on confidence, and last year he went as far as comparing himself to Dwayne Wade, saying the only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference, though.
Free throw good, Ellis. And you talk about the talent and confidence for Monte Ellis. Steve, what's the balance between confidence and like overconfidence?
Well, I think the balance is in your decision making, and that's the trickiest thing for really talented young players to figure out. It's just when to attack and when to back off a little bit. And that's all stuff that just comes with experience.
Now, here is Harden, right now averaging 25 points a game. Back to Howard. Harden outside. And some nice passing there by Houston. Just 4 to shoot. The Rockets again can't hit.
Kind of a shaky first few minutes. 5 field goal attempts, only 1 made.
Ellis kicks to Marion. Back to Ellis. Feeds it to Calderon. He dishes it to D'Alembert. Buries it down low. Harden with it. We're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
You look at Harden's career, he was a gifted scorer at Arizona State, but with a slow start in his rookie season, and playing with two of the best players in the league in Oklahoma City, people seem to forget that he's always been a player who can light it up.
Now here's Ellis. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Marion, all alone. That ball's nice speed this time from Jose Calderon. And James Harden, the first ever draft pick by the Oklahoma City Thunder after the move from Seattle, certainly. To see him go so soon in his NBA career as he was reaching stardom had to be tough for fans, and we know Clark certainly for his teammates.
I agree wholeheartedly there, Kevin. Think of all the fans who wore fake beards on their faces, even buildings in OKC with beards adorning them. So Harden wasn't just a great player, his image was almost a mascot for the team as well.
Well, look at Steve Clark. He's got the fake Harden beard on right now next to us. I mean, geez.
Beard the beard.
Ellis goes in. It's tipped. Now the pass to Calderon. Off target from three-point range. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
And the fact that they still had a shot at the end of the game was fairly amazing because it was an off night for a lot of their guys.
And it was close enough, Steve, that they didn't need a perfect game from everybody. Even just a little bit more of a contribution from one or two of their key players would have done it for them.
Now here's Nowitzki. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And that one's good.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Harden against Ellis. Harden the pass to Howard. And yes, sir, that one drops.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Now here's Calderon. He has 5. That is good. Calderon's got 7 points in the game.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Harden's shot is good.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. It gave him a wide open look there.
Calderon dishes to Ellis. Ellis left side. It's rebounded by Parsons.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Parsons, right side. He kicks to Beverly. Fires the 3. Ashik, the pass to Howard. Right through the D for the layup. 6 points for him.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You look at the Rockets, the advantage in 1 series. And, of course, the Mavericks. And they're down 4 spots from them.
Seeing where the Mavericks are, they've just never really found their groove this season. I mean, not yet anyway. They're kind of stuck in the middle of the pack right now.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time left to find that groove, Clark. That's the problem. I mean, unless things really come together for them soon, I think they're going to stay in kind of that middle of the pack area the rest of the way.
Here's Ellis, following the basket by Dwight Howard. The drive by Ellis. Great D that time from Parsons. Back to Harden. The feet to Beverly. And the 3 off target.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Parsons. Some solid D from Nowitzki.
And they forced a miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Stolen by Harden. This is to Beverly. Ellis with some nice D.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, he always gives the fans a temporary souvenir, it seems like, blocking 2 or 3 shots into the 10th row. Of course, you got to get the ball back, so very temporary souvenir.
We're going to have to change that because in baseball, when they knock those foul balls, they don't go checking.
You can keep them, that's right.
Yeah, same with the NFL. If the ball happens to get by the net,
yeah,
you can keep the ball.
That, right. Well, we need to change that in basketball.
I agree.
And I also can't get over how much energy he expends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the board every single night. Tell you what, you've got to give the Houston Rockets a lot of credit, guys. After losing their franchise players to injury and age back in 09, they've managed to rebuild this team without tanking for lottery picks or going all the way to the bottom of the heap. Very impressive.
Harris with it. Out guarded by Daniels. It's Vince Carter on the wing. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Carter's got his first basket. Rockets trail by 3. And for the Rockets, they've been very shrewd acquiring undervalued players, trading for draft picks. Steve, all in the hopes of swinging big trades for superstars.
Well, and then when they acquired James Harden, they finally got a cornerstone player. Now all of a sudden you throw in Dwight Howard, you've got another foundational player. So all these years of tinkering and trading and moving picks and moving players finally paid off, and now he's got the team he was hoping to put together.
Here's Wright, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive board. It's not about ability as much as it is desire.
And that Clark and some muscle, and he showed us he's got plenty of that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win.
The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
This season has not been kind to them at the free throw line, guys. They're only making about 71%.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Monte Ellis checked in for Dallas. Got a piece of it. Carter outside. Back to Ellis. Pass to Crowder. And it's Ellis penetrating. That's good. And the Mavericks lead by 3. Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, I thought their defense in that game was about as shaky as it could be. At home, you know, that kind of defense isn't going to cut it. Never mind if you're on the road.
They really look tired to me, and I don't know if they had travel issues or if they were out too late, but something was amiss because they had no energy.
Harden against Carter. Missed inside. Rockets trail by 3. Lynn kicks to Jones. The Rockets again can't hit. Dallas is gone. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And it's Carter missing. And for Houston, they're shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game.
Anytime you see Vince Carter and you start thinking about how he was as the undisputed dunk king in years gone by, but as his spring and lift has been grounded, he's made up for it in other ways and has really improved as a defender.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Harden's shot is good.
Yeah, off to a rough start. Just doesn't seem to have the rhythm with his shot.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. And Steve, going back to Clark, he really took the league by storm back with Toronto. Still an NBA player with great quality.
Yeah, he can do a little bit of everything, Kevin. Not the explosive guy that he once was, but he's always been a skill player with his long-range shooting, his ball handling, good passer. That's why he's still hanging around and still making a contribution here in the NBA.
Ellis dishes to Wright. From deep. The Mavericks rebound. Rockets trail. Then the pass to Harden. Kicks it to Daniels. And another 3 for Houston. Now here's Ellis. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
Here is Harden. It could go. Oh, he put it down!
It'll count.
What a shot!
I think that one was
at
good.
the buzzer!
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye three as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it perfectly.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Rockets lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.